29 minutes after the hour right now. Glad you're waking up with us on AMHQ. Our job to get you out the door safely for your weekend. And boy, have we had to spend a little time on Dallas this morning. Overnight, that rain, the floods, the water rescues from cars and homes, up to 6 inches of rain since midnight. Emergency crews rescuing stranded people that just needed help. More than 100 rescues, the highest number in more than 5 years. Dallas, Fort Worth as well, all the way up to Denton and even a little bit east. Emergency folks are saying, hey, just help them by staying off the roads if you can this morning until that water recedes. They're just now getting a clear look at what's going on there. Jim, you've been covering it all morning.
Yeah, highest areas, Dallas County, Collin County. I saw measured 685. All right, around the Sash area and also up around Parker. So avoid those areas. And this Rowlett Creek around Sash is the second highest it's ever been on the gauge. They should start going down now, as should be the entire case around Dallas as the rain is over. But still, I can't even imagine if this was just starting right now.
Right, and don't worry, we're on the ground there as well.
Yeah,
Dave Malkoff is there. Reagan Medji is still in Wimberley. We've got a lot of reports to get to this morning. Let's take a quick look at San Antonio this morning. San Antonio's been getting a little bit of rain. South Texas has been getting some rain. We're showing you the roads in that area. Corpus Christi got a big, powerful wind gust with a burst of rain that kind of moved through the area as well. You're looking live at San Antonio's roads. But if we have Dave Malkoff shot up, let's talk to Dave a little bit this morning. Dave, one of the things that if we have you up, yeah, there you go. Dave standing by the car. Dave, I know the water's going down, but when you got there this morning, your crew had to go into action. So tell us how difficult it was to see in the dark of night the cars and the waters where you're standing right now.
This is the problem. People can't see at night. They don't know where the water is. It all looks black, the roadway and the water, so you can't tell where it is. There's at least 6 vehicles out here. It was pouring when we came out. Now, if you think that this is going to sweep you away in your Nissan Sentra, and it definitely did, I can see inside the window here that the water is up to the seats in there, the bucket seats inside. Even if you are in a big tow truck, I'm not talking about a little tow truck, one of those big ones with a flatbed on the back, you're going to get swept away as well. That's exactly what happened here on this underpass. There was a tow truck driver who was trying to come out and help the rescuers pull people out, and he got stuck himself. When we arrived here, the Swiftwater Rescue team from the Dallas Fire Department, they were getting a call to action. Let's just take you back just a couple hours so you can be there with us.
Hey guys, settle up. We got another run. Northwest Highway in Luna. Hey, come on, Jojo. 135, out of service. 97 out there. You got to head out. Hey, you got another Swiftwater.
If you stick with this video for a second, you can see that is the Swiftwater Rescue Team, several of them out doing lots of rescues. They told me at that point, that video is several hours old, they had already done 5 rescues, pulled 5 people out of vehicles, and they were moving on to their next one, as you can see. Some people were able to get out of their own vehicles. As we come back out here live, you can see this black BMW directly from the dealership. It does have plates on it, but it is brand new. This is Sam Ong's car, and as you can see, as we bring the daylight up here, you can see his window is broken here. Sam told me that he was inside this vehicle. The water swept him away. He was inside and could not get out because of the pressure of the door, trying to open the door. That didn't happen for him, so he had to get out of that vehicle, maybe through a window, to get out and go to the convenience store. His cell phone trashed. He had to go to the convenience store, ask the clerk to call his insurance company, to call the cops, to call his cousin who eventually showed up and rescue him because he was without anything. Didn't even have shoes, Sam.
Could you walk back down to where you originally started the shot? And I want to ask you, is that the water line that we saw from last night's flood, or was that from a previous flood? So people can get an idea of how high the water was when you started this morning. You see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Let me. And it's a weird radio thing because I've got a radio mic here on my chest, and if I turn around, it's going to cut out. So I have to actually walk backwards to go back there. But tell me what you were saying again. The high water mark.
The high water mark.
Right
you see
here.
the debris.
Yeah.
You see the
right
debris.
Here.
Yeah, on those columns.
Yes.
Perfect.
No. Yeah, Jim, that is from tonight. because when we came down here, we thought, oh, wow, there's 2 or 3 cars down here. We had no idea that there were 6 cars right now, and they've already pulled maybe 2 or 3 out since we got here. There were 6 cars here. You know why we didn't know that? Because the water was already rising over the top of those vehicles. This is extended coverage right here on AMHQ. We will be right back after this break. Stick with us, and we will have more from all over Texas. We'll be right back.
Meet Kyle. You name it. Dust, pollen,
and pet dander.
He's allergic to it.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service to be certified asthma and allergy friendly, eliminating an average of 94% of common household allergens like dust, pollen, and pet dander for a cleaner, healthier home.
Goodbye, Mr. Steamer.
Bye, Kyle.
Call now about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
New Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. 24-hour relief that outperforms a leading allergy pill. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6. Sees the day and the night. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
It's here. New Fancy Feast broths with chicken. Silky smooth or creamy broths. Now with the real chicken she loves. Never any byproducts or fillers. Being a cat just got more enjoyable. Fancy Feast broths with chicken.
One of the Foot's favorite rituals happens at the water's edge. Here they must look their best. Smooth, beautiful skin is an advantage. The others can only hide in shame. Introducing the new Dr. Scholl's Dreamwalk Express Pedi.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is nice.
Oh, my.
During the Buick Spring Sales Event, get nearly $7,200 total value on specially equipped 2015 Enclave models.
Deep in the dark, untouched recesses of your engine is power you never knew it could produce. And Vapor can set it free. New Stable 360 Performance unleashes that exclusive Vapor technology that rises above the fuel line to protect your engine where other additives can't. To help keep your engine running cleaner, leaner, smoother, and stronger than ever. The next level of performance is in the Vapor Stable 360 Performance.
2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, pop. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, pop. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, pop. We're gonna pop around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, drive me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna pop around the clock tonight. We're gonna pop, pop, pop till the broad daylight. We're gonna pop around the clock tonight.
Pop in new Tide Pods plus Febreze, a 4-in-1 detergent that cleans, brightens, and fights stains. Now with 24-hour freshness.
Every backyard comes together around a grill and Kingsford charcoal. Gather round.
Fat Guys in the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 86. Here's our 7-day outlook.
39 minutes after the hour, you're looking live at Houston, Texas this morning on AMHQ as we continue to cover what's going on in Dallas with the overnight water rescues. But Houston, you've got a ground stop at the airport there. It's just, you know, check in with the airport because we have some thunderstorms that were dancing around the area early this morning, carrying an awful lot of lightning, and that prompted that ground stop at IAH. So just wanted you to know that's going on. Those clouds are certainly a part of the storms that are in the area this morning. Jen, let's get everybody up to date on the rest of the country getting ready for their weekend this morning as we continue to follow Texas.
Yeah, and they need to get ready for cooler temperatures setting up for parts of the Midwest. Yes, a big chill on the way. Some of these numbers are going to be dropping about 20 degrees. As we show you a live view of Chicago, this is Wrigley Field. You're going to be taking on the Kansas City Royals today at 4 o'clock. And for today, we're going to be looking at thunderstorms out there as a front is going to be pushing through. Let's move it ahead and show you the forecast as we go. We're going to look at the big difference in the change here. For today, high of 81 degrees. Notice we'll see some thunderstorms around on Sunday. Beautiful out there. The problem is the temperature well below average for this time of the year. We're looking at a high of 59 degrees on Sunday. Yeah, a high of 59. And here's why. Here's why. We have all this cool air coming in from the south behind this front. This is going to be sticking around as we go through the weekend and moves through on Saturday. And by Saturday, you're going to start off your day with temperatures actually being the warmest part of your afternoon. As we show you highs for this afternoon running 15 degrees below average already, so it's already kind of locked up in the Dakotas. The same for International Falls. Minneapolis, you're at 70 degrees, but tomorrow when that front comes through, look what happens. Chicago, 67 degrees. That is actually the early part of the day, and then throughout the afternoon, those numbers just continue to fall. Look at this as we go 1 o'clock, 54 degrees. By 7 o'clock at night, you just basically need a coat. You need all that fall weather out there with 50 degrees. As we move that ahead and show you the forecast for Sunday, the big chill is on the way, and it's also going to be in parts of the Great Lakes as well and tapping into areas like Indianapolis. Here's your forecast for Detroit. Your average high should actually be 74 degrees, 80s around through the weekend. And of course, I know you have a big race coming up this weekend, and it looks like it's going to be cool for that as well. Comfortable for everybody on the track.
All right, the entire time that we're covering everyone else's weather, I want you to know that we still have those images of Dallas up on your screen right now. We still have a flash flood warning out for Dallas County, also Collin County in Texas. That's Dave Malkoff's live shot. We're keeping up with the number of water rescues that are going on. And as the Trinity River in Dallas nears major flood stage, we're going to continue to watch it all morning long so you know when it's okay to get about your day and head into your weekend. Now, this is a historic flood, no doubt about it, in Texas. And someone has to keep all those records. That someone is the USGS. So right now, we have Bob Joseph, director of the Texas Water Science Center. Hey, Bob, let's start with when's the last time Texas in general has seen anything like this widespread flooding?
Well, this is a very unique event, as you said, with it being widespread statewide. Historically, we've had some basins that had extensive flooding at one time or another, but it's very unusual to have a widespread statewide event as we have right now.
Bob, you've got your guys out on the ground and you're working in cooperation with a lot of other folks. It's important, even as they're making water rescues, to know how deep this water is, where it's flowing, so that we can make it better for the next time we were to get an event like this. Kind of explain to me how all that works.
Well, here in the state of Texas, the U.S. Geological Survey has over 530 stream gauging stations that are funded through a number of cooperators, and that information is used for flood warning, but also for water management, standing drought conditions.
Gotcha.
And so we hear...
No, go ahead. So you monitor that regularly, and then you'll take these measurements. At the end of the day, will you guys have a group that sits down together and says, look, this is a better way to manage this much rushing water, and here's how we can build drier roads? Is that the kind of goal that we're working toward?
Well, this information can be used for that. We work with our cooperators, and they have specific needs. So then with our long-term stream gauging records, that information can be used for sizing culverts, for sizing bridges in the future, and for water management purposes for water supply or flood protection.
Bob, I'll tell you, Bob Joseph with the USGS, it's nice to know that at the same time that we're doing all the active water rescues, that we are also doing the research to get out ahead of this should there be another system or situation like this. Bob, thanks. Appreciate your time. Let us know if there's anything new you guys find in all of the readings that you're taking. Ana Ritis Rodriguez is keeping an eye on the breaking water story in Texas.
We are at 19 rescues and counting in Johnson County. Schools there are also on a 2-hour delay. Let's show you some of the pictures that are coming in from the Dallas area. A lot of these rescue response calls are because of this. People trapped in their cars. We know the majority of people who've died in the last week has been because of people trapped in their cars. Please send us those pictures. Be safe. #MyWeather. Find us on Twitter.
Let's be frank. The weather's bad. Now let's eat Frank's. Little doggies.
This Master Blast is delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you wearing that sash?
Because I'm a Blast Scout, Pete.
I don't know what that is.
We're dedicated to the enjoyment of blasts.
So those are patches for different things?
They represent different blasts. This is a waffleberry brownie.
What's that one for?
That's strawberry pucker pie.
What's that one?
Oh, that's a banana bobana crumble.
And what's that one for?
That one's covering up a hole.
Tons of surprising Master Blast flavor combos you're sure to love. Scouts Honor. And don't forget our half-price shakes after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
Head to the Sonic nearest you. Are you road ready? What currency do you use to test your tread? Stay tuned for your answer.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even as it wears down over time, its safety doesn't, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
A. Penny. One easy way to check for wear is by using the penny test.
Just like all moms, I'm always concerned about my children's well-being. But sometimes they get sick. Sometimes they get hurt. That's why I'm so grateful we have children's hospitals. Because when any child needs a miracle, they'll do everything in their power to make one happen. With our support. Please join me in giving sick and injured children every chance to get better. Put your money where the miracles are. Give to your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Honda is about to do something remarkable. We've made the rear view camera a standard safety feature on every single vehicle in our 2015 lineup. Any car, any trim. Because we can all benefit from a better view of the road.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
If you're not happy with how your allergy medicine treats your congestion, rethink relief with Nasacort Allergy 24-Hour. Unlike antihistamines that target only one cause of your symptoms, Nasacort stops more, relieving the worst nasal allergy symptoms, even congestion, for 24 hours. It's non-addictive and has no harsh taste, and unlike Flonase, it's scent and alcohol-free. And it's available over the counter at full prescription strength. Rethink your relief with Nasacort. It stops more of what makes you miserable.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
We had kids still in school.
And it just hit us.
This was it. The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere. It wasn't a nightmare. And then it was silent.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 86. Here's our 7-day outlook.
.49 minutes after the hour, and right now you're looking at video out of Lawton, Oklahoma. I just want to give you a heads up, Kansas City. We've got some rain and storms moving into your area as we show you what happened in Lawton, Oklahoma overnight, southwest of Oklahoma City. Up to 4 inches of rain falling on the city yesterday.
Yeah, the water quickly rising over the roads. You can see the cars there is actually stranded, and so were the drivers. Now the American Red Cross opening a shelter for people needing to stay dry, and they're also going to be looking at more rain coming through today as the front's going to be pushing through, especially had later tonight as well as through tomorrow.
And Aridis, you had some information on the water rescues overnight.
Yeah, the National Weather Service office in Norman has been updating the emergency situation there, and overnight they did report a number of people stuck in their homes and stuck in their cars. I mean, you notice the emergency responders right there on the street.
Yeah, so high water rescues in Lawton all the way into the Dallas-Fort Worth area overnight, well into the early morning hours. Hey, Jim, they're just watching that rain move east of Dallas was very good news this morning. More storms for Houston, but is it possible that we get more storms this afternoon in Dallas?
I mean, I think so. I mean, we know we're going to get redevelopment in West Texas and Western Oklahoma. Do these all gel together and work their way to the east? That's what some of the models are telling us anyway. So here's what we got. What's interesting, though, is notice how we basically show what's going on now and just push it toward the east on our forecast. And then we kind of break Dallas and San Antonio today. Great news. And keep everything toward the west and through here. Now, the flow is still, you know, from west to east and through here, but it's starting to become a little bit more anticyclonic versus cyclonic. So that may be something that's just beginning to signal our pattern change. Guys, by Sunday morning, we're done with this. All right, and that's the great news. We're going to watch all of our wet weather shift toward the east. Oklahoma starts to dry out. North Texas starts to dry around Wichita Falls, Abilene as well. So even tomorrow, we see a pretty significant change here. I mean, even eastern Colorado. You know, we haven't talked about eastern Colorado a lot, but Wyoming, Colorado, even Utah has been very, very wet this month, and these areas get a chance to dry out as we work our way tomorrow, and everything just continues to shift toward the east on Sunday. And the benefit to this is remember, you know, what's been happening in the recent weeks. We've seen just from yesterday our drought monitor in through here, even Kentucky's in this now, New England, in some cases moderate drought. So we shift the rain chances into areas that really, really need it with this pattern pending coming up. So it's really more of a pattern shift than an absolute big abrupt change in the pattern in through here. And this sets up all sorts of fun into the tropics, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So here's Andres, 5 a.m. You can see what's going on here. We've got ourselves pretty close to a hurricane right now. Guys, I'm going to pause on this. Let's go. We got some Dallas aerials I want to show you right now. Looks like rescues still underway. High water rescues in the Dallas area. I'm not exactly sure where this is. This could be up toward, it's either Dallas County, Parker County, Collin County, one of these areas that have been pretty hard hit. Looks like some kind of rescue boat on the way, and you can see how high this is some river that's probably overflown somewhere. We're not on a road here anymore, and we know, especially in Johnson County, we've had people rescued from their homes because of the water earlier on this morning. So just an awful situation here as the water has, you know, even when the rain ends. And we talked about this morning on Wake Up with Al, how even when the rain ends, we are not done with the flood because all of the watershed has to fill up here and then, of course, release that water downstream eventually into the Trinity River. So we know that one of the creeks there, of course, it just escapes my name now. What is it? Which one is it? What? Yes, Rowlett. Thank you, Brandon, for talking about that. And Saxe is also filling up. It's the second highest that we've seen on record, Jim, actually, going back to the record.
It's interesting to watch this equipment go down because this is not equipment that a lot of rescue areas, a lot of these small towns actually have. So often they have to get this information from or they have to get this equipment from the Coast Guard. In many flooding situations that I've been in landlocked areas, the Coast Guard will bring in a lot of these airboats, and they'll bring in manpower. In some cases, it's the National Guard, but this isn't the kind of equipment that a lot of local police departments and rescue teams have waiting around, particularly if they don't have a lot of water. So you watch these people navigate this just as if it were a lake or just as if it were open water ocean rescue, pulling up into some area in farmland.
It looks like somebody's been rescued here.
Right.
From wherever they were, they're getting toward another vehicle to take them even to higher ground. So, yeah, this is all ongoing, Sam. Again, Johnson, Collin, Parker, Dallas counties, all areas pretty hard hit this morning with very, very heavy rain with really no place for it to go. So we'll keep an eye on this, get an update from KXAS and find out exactly what's happening in through here. But certainly looks like water rescues continuing underway this morning as Dallas, 3 to 6 inches of rain overnight.
With the guts to stand apart. Join a league all their own.
Seems we've hit a roadblock.
That reminds me. Anyone have occasional constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating?
Yes.
One Phillips Colon Health probiotic cap each day helps defend against occasional digestive issues with 3 types of good bacteria. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Oh, this audit will take days. What a headache.
Actually, I don't have a headache anymore. Excedrin really does work fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails and spirits. Nothing makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze, drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
The latest Dyson cordless vacuums generate more suction than all other stick vacuums to clean your entire home, top to bottom.
Low prices every day. It's not just about having more savings. It's about having more fun. Great get-togethers start with low prices you can trust every day.
Are you still getting heartburn flare-ups? Time for a new routine. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the latest choice for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
When you do business everywhere, the challenges of keeping everyone working together can quickly become the only thing you think about. That's where AT&T can help, with the tools and the network you need to make working as one easier than ever, virtually anywhere, leaving you free to focus on what matters most.
In the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 86. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Top of the hour in TGIF. Welcome to AMHQ. But boy, let me tell you, it's already amazing out there in a trouble way. Big trouble, desperation in Dallas. We're on the air, we're on the ground, we're in the air, we're just about everywhere around here. Up to 6 inches of rain since midnight. Swift water rescues all the way through the night into the early morning hours. Flash flood warnings are still out this morning. We have a weather underground report just north of Love Field of 8.4 inches of rain in the Dallas area. No relief for Houston either. A live look at Houston this morning. Showers moving through, a little bit of lightning moving through. This is on top of nearly 14 inches of rain already this month. Flash flood watch in effect until noon. Hey, Chicagoland, it's your big cool down this morning. Thunderstorms today and a high of 81 degrees. Then those temperatures start plunging through the weekend. The rest of the country will catch up with you. Don't worry, down to 59 degrees on Sunday. We'll follow that cool air and we'll show everybody which day of the weekend is their better day. But Jim, what we've been seeing out of Texas this morning, I don't know. It's be tough to top what happened earlier this week, but this may do it.
Yeah, it all started in Lubbock yesterday afternoon, then Lawton late in the day, and now Dallas during the overnight hours. And you can see, again, just a monster thunderstorm complex. And you can see these cold cloud tops, the bright colors associated with them. When they start to warm, you lose those colors a little bit. But what's good about these things is sometimes you can actually stabilize the air behind them. So in central Texas today, maybe even Dallas included, we get a break. All right, and this may be the beginning, really, of the end for this prolific rainfall that we've seen in the state of Texas. So cross your fingers. That's not saying it's not going to rain again for the next couple of days, because it will. But in terms of these overnight continual thunderstorm complexes, that's it. Again, we see the rain lifting north of Dallas. Still flash flood warnings here. We've had our second flash flood emergency in a week. And, of course, this one was in Dallas earlier this morning. That has since been lifted as well. So, again, left behind here in the stable air is Dallas-Fort Worth, but not after getting tremendous amounts of rain. Sam mentioned at the top of the hour, Love Field. They're near Love Field at Walnut Hill, as Greg Diamond tells us this morning, 8.04 inches of rain. And that's, you know what? These estimates do a pretty doggone good job just south of the Plano area. We know up near Garland, Texas, that the Rowlett Creek area near Saxe has been incredibly high. It's been the second highest it's been on record at over 30 feet. And I haven't checked that gauge lately, but I'll do it after I do this hit. But you can see where the rain was, right over the core of the Metroplex and through here. So, again, here's Rowlett Creek at 30:06 into major flood stage. It should fall just as fast as it came up, but not before the damage is done. We continue to see, as we just saw before we left you last hour, another water rescue in the Dallas area. All right, Dave Malkoff is actually near Love Field this morning for us. And Dave, some great shots last half hour showing how high the water got and also how high or how quickly it's come down.
Yeah, Jim, the water has come down so fast that we can now see that these vehicles are down here. They were all underwater. There's the high water line right there on that pillar. We were out here earlier today as Swiftwater Rescue Team from the Dallas Fire Department were going into action. Take a look.
Hey guys, settle up. We got another run. Northwest Highway in Luna. Hey, come on, Jojo. 435, out of service. 907 out there. We gotta head out.
There is still a lot of water inside this vehicle here that I'm looking at, this Nissan Sentra. It is trashed along with several vehicles. They had to do at least 5 rescues when we arrived, more throughout the night. This is the most Swiftwater rescues the fire department has done in the last 5 years, Jim.
Okay, IAH, the ground stop.
Incredible stuff, Dave Malkoff this morning for us in an area, just one of the many areas that has flooded in the Dallas area. You're looking at
switch
pictures.
over to Today's Show.
Okay, guys, Angie, what are we looking at right there? Is this? Okay, this is KTVT. This is a CBS affiliate in Dallas, and you can see, again, very fast-moving water. Probably water from a creek. I'm not exactly sure which one that's come up, and obviously there's a car that's trapped on a road in through here. And look at how quickly that water is moving from guardrail to guardrail. Just an awful scene indeed. That's actually a police vehicle as I kind of look at a bigger monitor in through here. Just incredible water movement there, Sam. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see why that vehicle's there. Well, Jim, are they there to rescue someone, or are they trapped themselves?
This is one of the things. Let me just explain to folks that what we've got going right now is we've got two partners that are helping us in Dallas this morning, KXAS and KTVT. They are doing incredible coverage from the air. And one of the things that we've been talking about are all the water rescues that are still currently going on right now. So we're just following all these helicopters. And what we want to do is let you see that these are active this morning in the Dallas area. We still have emergency vehicles in water. We have cars stuck in water. We have people that have been just recently pulled out of their homes in these areas. This flooding will continue today, even though for a while longer, even though this rain has started to shift a little bit east of the Dallas area. And because the heavy rain is out, that's why these choppers can get out this morning.
And let this water recede. Please don't put these search and rescue crews in harm's way here. It looks like, again, a rescue boat is actually heading out. You know, Sam, I have to wonder, when I see a police vehicle on a road like that, I'm thinking maybe that person was actually on the way to rescue someone that was, dealing with a call from earlier on. And we put these people in harm's way, unfortunately, when other people are doing the wrong thing.
Hey, Jim, what's interesting when I look at that shot, that it does say Wiley Fire Rescue. So Wiley, Texas Fire Rescue. You're right, sir. This is their equipment that they've got. This is their equipment that they do, these river water and other rescues, and they're certainly using them this morning, getting people out of harm's way. But you're right. When you see a cruiser in that water, it's somebody that was on their way to help somebody else in this water situation.
I'm just speculating there, but obviously this rescue boat is on its way through very fast-moving water. Maybe we can get an idea of which creek this is and which area. I'd love to know which creek this is so we can actually show the gauge and see if it's still rising or coming down. But the point is it's moving very swiftly. This is not any kind of water that you want to drive through or walk through here. It's kind of an amphibious vehicle. It'll go on land and water, but it's going to get pretty close, obviously.
Jim, Wiley borders right there on the East Fork of the Trinity River. So what you're looking at right there.
This doesn't surprise me at all. The Trinity. We were talking about that this morning. Even in moderate stage, look at how incredible that water is. Even in moderate stage. So
imagine going against the current too.
Yeah, are they? You have to wonder: are they looking for someone? Was someone swept away?
Yeah,
are they looking for someone in the trees?
We'll continue to monitor this. Anaritas Rodriguez has the images that you're sending in this morning.
Sam, I actually have an update on what we know this morning. We know that Johnson County officials are at 19 rescues completed, and that's not including the number of people who still need their help. They are so overwhelmed. At one point in the area of Dallas, they didn't even have enough equipment to go out there and finish those response calls. We know that the ground stop at Houston International has expired for now, but a flash flood warning is in effect for Dallas County. It's also in effect for the Houston area until noon. North of Houston, because of the rain, the Conroe and Huntsville Independent School Districts are starting classes 2 hours late this morning. That's also the case for Johnson County School Districts. Rescue crews were carrying people out of an apartment complex this morning in Grand Prairie, where water went over the sandbags, plus tree branches knocking out power lines in Loretto. Power companies reporting some 56,000 people without electricity across North Texas. And Sam, we have a number of traffic problems to add to this. Not only do we have high water across a number of areas, but a lot of accidents, about 25 reported in the last 2 hours, Sam.
All right, and just to let you know that the flooding that you're watching right now extends from Texas, southern Texas, nearly 800 miles into Missouri. We have some areas that still have flooding there. This is a big part of the country that's had a lot of rain overnight. Just looking at NBC Dallas, they're still talking that as of 5:10 local time, that's 6:10 Eastern, that authorities were still on their way to trapped folks in high water.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Nine minutes after the hour right here on AMHQ this morning, and we're monitoring everything as it happens and as it unfolds in Dallas right now and in Texas in general. Let's show you what's going on in South Texas. This line of rain, very heavy line of storms that just moved through Corpus Christi. When it did, we had a wind gust of about 51 miles an hour. So these storms have been holding together with a strong punch, a heavy hit of rain, and even some lightning. This is the same line that moved through, and you're looking at Houston right now. So active right now from League City, Texas, all the way into Baytown. Beaumont, Port Arthur, you're kind of in line to be getting some of that heavier rain. Galveston, you're going to be getting a little bit of lightning as well in the short order here. These storms are much lighter in their rainfall than what we saw in Dallas very early this morning. And thankfully, the skies are drier around Dallas. We're able to get choppers up right now, and news crews are up and flying. So what you're seeing in the lower right-hand side of the screen are the live and active water rescues as everyone is out in the Dallas area trying to make sure that anyone who needed help in the dark of night or early in the morning, that they're getting those folks the help that they need this morning.
Sam, it looks like they're trying to potentially find people that are trapped in those trees. This is a hovercraft on the water here. You can see it looks like this is the Rowlett Creek area from what we're hearing on our information. This is right where I was talking about. You remember Saxe? Mm-hmm. I said that this creek now is at the second highest it's ever been in major flood stage. So it literally went straight up. I mean, we saw this gauge go from about 5 feet this morning to 29 feet, 30 feet. So it's risen 25 feet, and you can see what's happened. That just a tremendous amount of water in this area, and obviously, we're seeing rescues unfolding. We're not sure exactly what the call is here, what this hovercraft is doing. My thinking is, though, just by trying to guess, there's someone potentially or something trapped in that tree that those guys are trying to
and you're looking at the tree tops right now. I mean, you know, that's Jim's telling you how much water that is jumped up. The Trinity River's at 39 feet right now. It's about a foot away from major flood stage. Wiley, Texas, just to give you an idea of where we're looking right now, is just a little bit, and that's the Wiley team that's responding there. Is just a little bit northeast of the Dallas area.
Yeah, so this is Rowlett Creek. When you think about a creek, do you think of something that looks like that?
Not like that.
I mean, seriously, but a creek that goes up 25 feet is going to be a raging river. And especially since it's come up really within just a few hours here. And I mean, kind of getting an overall widespread look at this, you can see where the police vehicle is in the upper part of the picture there. Again, guys, live pictures from the air from KTVT. This is the CBS affiliate in Dallas, Texas. It appears some type of water rescues are underway in through here with that hovercraft that's sitting on the river, on the creek, which has risen, as we mentioned this morning, from about 7 feet to about 30 feet. So just an incredible amount of water. And, you know, when you see it come up like that, unfortunately, you're going to see results like this. And people, like we've seen so many times this month in Texas, potentially could get forced from their homes.
Hey, Jim, let's check in with Reagan now, because this, you know, again, reminiscent of what we saw earlier this week in Wimberley, Texas. And Wimberley had some more rain this morning. Reagan is there. She's been monitoring everything on the ground in that area. You'll remember we had so many people still missing. The rescue has been, the most of the week has been concentrated on trying to find the people that were missing from the Wimberley, Texas area. Good morning, Reagan. I know folks are ready to get some help into that area today.
Yeah, so let's start with the missing and the dead. At this point, there are 9 people who are dead from both Hays, where we're at Hays County, and also Blanco County. In addition, 13 people are still missing from both counties. Now, we just talked about, you know, down Dallas with all the flooding. Wimberley, same situation. Now all the water has receded, and they're looking at what are they going to do with all of what they don't have anymore. Some people don't have a home. Some people ripping out everything in their home because it's been waterlogged. I'm standing in front of the Wimberley Community Center. This center opens up at 8 o'clock this morning, Central Time, until 8 o'clock at night. What's in here? All the resources people need in the event that they got everything lost because of the flood. They've got financial assistance help in there. They've got one-on-one, information with a Red Cross volunteer. Also, pet services, mental health services. Now, I'm going to take you to Wimberley in the community where it was ravaged by the flood this past week. And we spoke with a neighbor, Judy Thompson, and she explains what exactly happened that night on Saturday when the floodwaters started rising.
We were getting warnings, and we were all watching the Perez's, where you see the video next door. Oh no! They were out there. The Perez's went home, and Jim looked right out here between the houses. He said, "My goodness, the water is between the houses. Let's get out, Judy." Oh no! And that's when that video was taken. That fast. By the time we drove to the end, the Perez's were stuck.
We're okay. 911's not going to be able to get to us. We're okay. All right?
See, up at the bottom of that railing, maybe a little bit more than that. But that's why the Perez's then could, this house is a replica. The Perez's could get out the top story, and that's where they got him.
And because of things like you just saw, all the devastation, this community center here in Wimberley is open at 8 o'clock today in the morning, Central Time, till 8 o'clock at night for people who have financial needs. They need some kind of assistance. It's open not only today, but also tomorrow, same time. So we'll have much more after the break when AMHQ returns.
Before Chris Hadfield, before Sally Ride, we turned ordinary people into heroes. Shake hands with a hero at Astronaut Encounter, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always exploring.
Sometimes the passage from boy to man flows directly through the oil aisle at the local AutoZone. And with this change of oil, Rick's engine wasn't the only thing that was running a bit cooler. It's called The Zone, and we'll help get you there.
Never a good day for a bad battery. Get a Duralast battery, only at AutoZone.
He says she's an undisciplined overwaterer. She claims he's a cruel underwaterer. With Miracle Grow Moisture Control Potting Mix, plants only get water when they need it. Miracle Grow. Life starts here.
Let's do this. Let's move outdoors for the next few months. Let's build a kitchen under the clouds. A dining room with no walls, no ceiling. Let's put it all together. Then, let's get together. A lot. Let's do this. Home Defense ready to use or 10 pounds Bug Be Gone granules, just $6.88. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Before Mars, before the moon, we did the impossible again and again. Live the future of space travel at Exploration Space, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Orlando. Always explore.
To protect and care for the things we cherish and the ones we love. Each and every one of us has a natural human instinct to cover. Covering is caring. Because covering heals 5 days faster. Band-Aid brand.
I actually diagnose it more than you would think. This disease has the ability to reach pretty much anyone. People who continue to live with this illness and do not seek help may end up losing their jobs, their families, their savings, and even their lives. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old, male or female. The threat of being affected by this disease is real. Early detection plays a crucial role in the treatment and recovery process of a compulsive gambler.
Get ready for the passion, the pageantry, the drama. The NCAA Golf Championships. Men's Individual Championship Monday with Team Championship Tuesday and Wednesday on Golf Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
"19 minutes after the hour. This has been unbelievable to watch this. This little town of Saxe, Texas, this is outside of the Dallas area that we've been watching these water rescues. And because we've been getting spotty information in, this is KTVT, one of our partners that has had a chopper up all morning long, flying over this water rescue. There was a call for help. Someone was stranded in a vehicle. They put a hovercraft in the water as well. So not only have we, and you're watching this truck try to make it through this flooded water. Now watch as that water continues to rise around that truck. That truck is standing still and the water is pushing the truck right now. Look at the sign as the chopper will every now and then on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll get a sign that's flashing in that area. The truck has decided wisely to back up from where out of that area where the heavier weather is right now, the heavier water is right now. Let's get to one of the emergency managers. Hey, Mark Cassidy is on the line with us right now. Mark, what can you tell us about the water rescues in and around this Saxe and Dallas area?
You know, the water rose really quickly, probably faster than we've ever seen it. And it caught one of our officers completely off guard, obviously, some motorists. We got some help from the Wiley Swiftwater Rescue Team. And, you know, it's been crazy.
All right, now what equipment did you guys have to dispatch right away? I believe, you know, from what I've been reading, there was a rescue chopper in the area. You had a hovercraft in the area. We're looking at your trucks in the area. So what equipment do you guys have out right now?
You know, our fire department's out there. Obviously, we've got our SUVs. One of those is caught in the water. Like you said, the hovercraft from the Wiley Swiftwater Rescue Team is there. And I'm trying to make my way out there now.
All right, sir. And about how many people do you guys have responding, and have you requested for help from other areas?
Yes, we've done some requests for help from, like I said, Wiley and Garland, another city that borders us. We probably have, I'd say 10 to 15 people of our own personnel out there, and we're just working to get this resolved.
Hey, Mark, and one more thing, just before I know you've got to run out the door. Do you have any other active calls right now? Do you have, Martin, do you have people that are in trouble?
No, this is the only area that I'm aware of right now that we're having issues with people in trouble. Of course, we have our normal calls for service that we're still trying to deal with as well. But this is the only emergency situation going on right now.
All right. And thank you so much for your time. And I believe, let me just make sure I got it right. It's Martin Cassidy, right?
Correct.
All right, Martin, thank you so much for your time this morning. I know you guys are very busy there, but we just wanted to know some of the images that we were seeing, exactly what's going on, so we could tell the folks that are watching it with us this morning. Martin Cassidy with the emergency management team there. And again, you're watching this truck clearly in trouble. It's one of their fire rescue vehicles that was trying to get into this area. But as we watched them pull into some of the heavier water, it was a little bit more than a little bit disconcerting. And imagine how it felt for the guys that are in the truck, the guys or gals that are in the truck right now, to have that water come all the way up to the door and get even higher in the area. Now they're kind of looking around at the water around them to see what's there. You can see the debris in the water when someone reaches out of a window and pulls a stick out and tosses it to the other side, and how quickly that stick moves away from the truck right there in that current. So the truck's maintaining itself pretty well in what is deep water, rising water, and a swiftly moving current. Also, we know there's a helicopter in that area. We have a hovercraft in that area.
They're
out of there, Sam.
Yeah.
But
and it's
boy,
smart
I'll
to
tell
do.
you, this is This is a little scary right here. There are two gentlemen in there, two first responders in that vehicle, and they are trying to get out of this situation here. I'm almost wishing that they could get that hovercraft to them. That was probably the anxiety that you heard in the gentleman you were talking at's voice. Guys, just to give you an update here, Rowlett Creek is where we are here, near the Sash area, has literally risen 25 feet in about 2 or 3 hours is what we're estimating right now, 25 feet. It's at the second highest level on record. Okay, we're at 30.89 inches, or 39.89 feet, supposed to go to 31.1 feet, so it's not coming down. It's not coming down. You can see what those guys are trying to do. This is some type of fire.
There's a truck behind them that's a little bit higher and drier,
get to them,
yeah.
But you know, we don't know what the speeds are. My thinking is there's probably a stronger current. You see where that little indent is in the waves?
Yep.
There's probably a little bit more of a strong current right there. So to go back that far is going to be a little risky, but they're going to do it. It looks like they're going to do it, Sam.
Let's just hope they can get past that area, exactly what you're talking about, Jim, the area where the water will push them the strongest through that. It's one of the things that we are watching all morning long, these water rescues that are going in and around the Dallas area. And now we see this team just trying to get themselves out of trouble. We have 10 seconds before we get to
And remember,
break.
they were responding to someone who was in trouble, too.
Right. We'll continue on this story. We'll be right back with it and the other, getting you ready for your morning.
Allergies can distract you. So when your symptoms start, doctors recommend taking non-drowsy Claritin every day of your allergy season. With Claritin, you get powerful non-drowsy relief 24 hours a day, day after day. Which is important, because with fewer symptoms to distract you, you can focus on the extraordinary things you do every single day. Live Claritin Clear every day.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails and spirits. Nothing makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze, drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Had a headache, but now I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
With Walmart's low prices every day, it's not just about having more savings. It's about having more fun. Great get-togethers start with low prices you can trust every day.
Who needs a witness when you set the world in motion? The Ram ProMaster van. And introducing the all-new Ram ProMaster City. Purpose-built to help you run the town. Ram.
Only Nexium 24-Hour gives you Nexium level protection for frequent heartburn, all day and all night. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, and get all day, all night protection. Nexium level protection.
When you're not confident your company's data is secure, the possibility of a breach can quickly become the only thing you think about. That's where AT&T can help. We monitor our network traffic worldwide, so we see things others can't, mitigating risks across your business, leaving you free to focus on what matters most.
In the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Twenty-nine minutes after the hour. So glad you're with us this morning. We have some good news to report. If you're with us just before we went to break, we were watching first responders go to the scene of a water rescue and themselves get into trouble. We were very concerned about how this would turn out as the truck was trying to back up in that water. Let's get back to these pictures live if we can, guys. I realize that we had a little bit of an issue in taking them there, but
just take the shot full. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So what's happened is the vehicle that was on the way to actually get the police officer or officers that were in the SUV. Yep. That's where they got stuck on the road here, and they've backed up. They've literally backed up into a safe place in here. And I have to say, looking at the size of that vehicle and the fact that it's a diesel vehicle, probably is what kept it on the road. If not, because you saw the speed and the ferocity of that water during the last 15 minutes. It's just been incredible.
Just tell people again how quickly that water, what it went up to and how quickly it went up.
It went from,
we've got
put
right
49, there. Max 49 up there, guys, if you want. And this is, again, the Rowlett Creek near Saxe. As we look at these pictures, literally going up from 7 feet to 30.89 is what I said, 30.89 feet. So, 25 feet in a matter of a couple of hours. So there's the vehicle and the police officer in the SUV that the fire department was on its way to rescue. All of these people responding to first aid calls.
Saxe PD.
So that, and Wiley is the fire and rescue. Saxe is the town that you're looking at right now with the high water rescues underway. Again, this is just one of the areas around Dallas that got caught up in this very heavy rain of the morning. We've been watching this all week long, this training rain, and that was the situation this morning. Jim, when you went on the air, even in Wake Up with Al this morning, this rain just wouldn't quit. We had up to about 8 inches of rain reported in these areas.
Here's the gauge. The forecast crest will be, we hope, in the next hour at 31.1 feet. So it's not going down. That's the problem, and that's why we're still seeing these rapid pictures here. But to have a creek go up literally 25 feet like this in just a matter of a couple of hours is why we are in such dire straits here. Again, this is on Rowlett Creek near Saxe, just to the northeast of downtown Dallas.
We're hearing that in Rowlett, they are asking for the assistance of the National Guard, the Garland Fire Department, because they are coming across vehicles that are completely submerged in water. Not like you see here. Obviously, he is trapped and the water is up to the wheel well. There's nowhere he can go. But the Garland Fire Rescue is requesting a National Guard assistance. So it just goes to show the severity of the situation.
And what we're showing you everything we know, all the images that we can muster this morning. And we're in the air and we're on the ground in that area. But there are still water rescues that we don't know about. There are people in trouble that we don't know about. So let's go right now to Kevin Oden. And joining us live, Assistant Management Coordinator of the Dallas EMA. Hey, Kevin, what a morning for you. Thanks for taking a little bit of time with us this morning. Tell me actively the water rescues and the rescues that you know about around your area, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me this morning. Through the overnight hours, starting at probably about 1:50 in the morning, through where we're at right now, we've responded to over 200 water-related requests for service just in that time period, and that's been composed of our Dallas Police Department as well as the Dallas Fire Rescue Department. So they have been incredibly busy all throughout the night, and fortunately, as the rain has tapered, the water's gotten a chance to recede. Our volume of water rescues has gone significantly down for stranded motorists.
Well, let's just talk about manpower for that. If you're going through that number of water rescues, you must have had everybody on. What was your manpower situation overnight?
Yes, it was it was challenging, but what I will say is that our capacity and capability to respond did not overwhelm the city's resources. So we have absolutely the best trained rescuers in both our major public safety departments as well as our Swiftwater rescue team. They're just top notch in what they do and the efficiency with which they're able to respond to.
Hey, Kevin, just quickly, because I've got about 30 seconds left. How many active rescues do you know that you guys have got going right now in and around your area?
Right now, I don't have a number in front of me, but what I'll say is that it's probably less than a few dozen, if even that high right now. We've really tapered off with the rain stopping and with the sun coming out.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much with the Dallas EMA.
To get one free and $500 toward activities, shopping, and dining. That's Virgin Islands nice.
Flour-pressed soap, homemade hot sauce, artisanal pickles, whatever those are. Well, we're glad handcrafted is finally cool. Because at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we've been handcrafting since 1926. Robots might build cars, but it takes human hands to keep them running right. And that's a guarantee, backed by our fixed right promise. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Firestone Complete Auto Care. Maintenance, repairs, tires. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
If you're an adult with type 2 diabetes and your A1C is not at goal with certain diabetes pills or daily insulin, your doctor may be talking about adding medication to help lower your A1C. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Once-a-week Tanzium is an injectable prescription medicine that may improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, along with diet and exercise. Once-a-week Tanzium works by helping your body release its own natural insulin when it's needed. Tanzium is not recommended as the first medicine to treat diabetes or in people with severe stomach or intestinal problems. Tanzium is not insulin. It is not used to treat type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis and has not been studied with mealtime insulin. Do not take Tanzium if you or your family have a history of medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you're allergic to Tanzium or any of its ingredients. Stop using Tanzium and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, which may include itching, rash, or difficulty breathing. If you have signs of pancreatitis, such as severe stomach pain that will not go away and may move to your back, with or without vomiting. Or if you have symptoms of thyroid cancer, which include a lump or swelling in your neck, hoarseness, trouble swallowing, or shortness of breath. Before using Tanzium, talk to your doctor about your medical conditions, all medicines you're taking, if you're nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, and about low blood sugar and how to manage it. Taking Tanzium with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases your risk for low blood sugar. Common side effects with Tanzium include diarrhea, nausea, injection site reactions, cough, back pain, and cold or flu symptoms. Some serious side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney failure. Ask your doctor if adding once-a-week Tanzium is right for you. Go to Tanzium.com to learn if you may be eligible to receive Tanzium free for 12 months. Make every week a Tanzium week.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is new True Heart from One A Day. It's the only heart health supplement with ingredients to both help lower bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure, and also includes CoQ10. Try new True Heart.
We don't just certify our pre-owned vehicles. We inspect, analyze, and recondition each one until it's nothing short of a genuine certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz for the next new owner. Hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer during the certified pre-owned sales event now through June 1st for exceptional offers.
Boys in the Woods. New season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
.39 minutes after the hour, our dateline is Saxe, Texas. This is a little bit outside of Dallas, north of Dallas. The Wiley Fire Police helping here. We've got an officer, it appears, stranded in some of the water in that area. We've had trucks try to get down the road and have to back up because of the rushing water in this area. Jim had mentioned, Jim, is that they went about 25, 30 feet of water they got in just a short period of time?
25 in just a couple of hours.
So you're looking at a very wide, expansive area of flooding right now. They've got the airboat out. They've had a hard time moving it through the debris. We're going to continue to watch this. We want to make sure, we'll box on the screen for you and make sure that this water rescue is continuing. Again, Dallas EMA telling us overnight 200 rescue calls that involved water. And Jen, let's talk about the rain today.
Yeah, we want to show you right now what's happening on the radar. Of course, we are still looking at some rain out there for areas including the southern parts of Texas. For Dallas out there, you can see things have quieted down, but we still have some rain up towards the north. We want to break down some of the reports out there. And as we move this ahead and show you, as we go through really the last 7 hours, we had 47 reports out there of flash flooding, flood, as well as really just the heavy rainfall that came down. You see all the blue dots there. Now we zoom into the Dallas area. At some of these locations, 8.6 inches of rainfall. Just to the north of Dallas, especially Love Field. We have reports there from the Weather Underground stations, a report of 8.4 inches. Some of the other accumulations, you can see 5.7. So this is why we had all these reports of the flooding out there, because the roads were just basically inundated. The rivers rose so quickly. And we look into the Dallas area a bit more for a tighter view. You can see indicating where that flash flood warning is, and also looking at water covers the yard and some of the porches right near 635 and Oates. So a lot of these roadways are still dangerous out there. It's still going to take a while before we start to see these receding. Vehicles stranded in high water. We just showed you a vehicle of a police truck and an SUV basically just isolated in water. As we look ahead for areas up towards the north, including Garland there, multiple vehicles stuck on the highway. This is in the Northwest Highway at Garland, and that's a better identifier, like 190 just to the north of 30. And then we widen the view back up a bit more. You can just continue. We're looking at mostly in areas to the north of the Dallas region, and then potential for some more rain develop later on. Of course, we're going to talk more about that with Jim Cantore, but Sam will send it back.
Because right now we have that flash flood warning. Just want you to know about it in Dallas County, as we've just been mentioning, until about 9:45 Central Daylight Time. The rain has moved out of the way, but what you're watching on the bottom of the screen, and we can take that full, because let me just explain to you that overnight, we talked to Dallas EMA. If you're just waking up with us this morning and you're getting on it, it has been one heck of a night in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the areas around it. Dallas EMA reporting more than 200 rescue calls coming in that were water related. Right now, still actively working, less than a dozen, they say. You're looking at the rainfall totals in this area that are just north of Saxe. You're looking at about 8.6 inches of rain in that area. We're going to continue to follow this because, again, we have at least one police officer that we know of in a cruiser in the middle of some high water, and this cruiser to make sure we can get that officer out safely. And that's the situation as we know it. Right now, we've been talking to people all morning long who have had to deal with some of this flooding. So joining us right now this morning, hey, Neha Curtis, who had to wade her way to work this morning. Now, if you're in the Dallas area, you know Neha. She is the anchor of a syndicated morning show called Eye Opener TV, which is based in Dallas. Hey, Neha, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. It's been a rough morning for us. Basically, a lot of the DFW area, so many streets are flooded here. We're trying to do traffic updates, and we just cannot keep up with how many streets are shut down or closed because of flooding. My situation on my way to work, the highways were pretty okay, and the second I got off the on-ramp, you just hit these low-lying waters, and I made a turn, could not even see how deep that water was, and then all of a sudden my car shut off, and I see water just coming in through the door. So I ended up just, jumping out of the car, literally just pushing the door open and jumping out. And by the time I got out of the car, I checked, and it was about 2.5 feet up to my waist.
Whoa. Neha, I've got
water.
5 seconds left. Hang on with me. We're going to get to break. We're going to pick up with your story and talk more when we come back.
This driving difficulty index brought to you by Subaru. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Some days are full of surprises. Makes it kind of hard to plan. So before I head out on the road, I check the driving difficulty index for hazardous conditions so I know what to expect. One less thing to worry about.
To get your road conditions, go to weather.com/DDI. Brought to you by Subaru.
When our little girl was born, we got a Subaru. It's where she said her first word, saw her first day of school, bye-bye, made a best friend forever. Oh my God. The back seat of my Subaru is where she grew up.
What?
The 2015 Subaru Forester.
What?
Built to be there for your family. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Are you road ready? What currency do you use to test your tread? Stay tuned for your answer.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even as it wears down over time, its safety doesn't, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
A. Penny. One easy way to check for wear is by using the penny test.
Dash and I post about 300 videos per day on different social media websites. So this is the celebrity section.
I mean, it's just the bonus size for our customers.
We love PetSmart because they treat us like the stars we are.
These are deals that, PetSmart provides.
For celebrities.
For everyone.
Okay. We're at about 17 followers, so,
PetSmart has special offers and sizes on your favorite food brands, all with an unbeatable price guarantee. Because pethood needs a partner.
There was a time when the sea gave way to the sky, raising an amazing destination like no other. Atlantis. Our airfare credit offer has been extended. Book now and save $250 instantly when booking an air-inclusive package. Hurry, offer ends June 1st. Visit AtlantisBahamas.com.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
If you're not happy with how your allergy medicine treats your congestion, rethink relief with Nasacort Allergy 24-Hour. Unlike antihistamines that target only one cause of your symptoms, Nasacort stops more, relieving the worst nasal allergy symptoms, even congestion, for 24 hours. It's non-addictive and has no harsh taste, and unlike Flonase, it's scent and alcohol-free. And it's available over the counter at full prescription strength. Rethink your relief with Nasacort. It stops more of what makes you miserable.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
Wicked still into school.
And it just hit us.
This was it. The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere. It was a nightmare. And then it was silent.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
And welcome back to AMHQ. We continue our coverage of the dangerous flooding across parts of Dallas. Right now, we're taking you actually to the ground, if you can call it the ground. This is actually a flooded street there of a rescue attempt that's happening there. The left part of your screen, that's actually a hovercraft. And to the right, it appears to be a car that's stranded. We showed you aerial video earlier. Now we're taking you to the ground.
All right, this is in the Rowlett-Saxe area of Texas. This is, again, about 25 miles northeast of Dallas. All morning long, we've been covering the Dallas flooding. You're looking at the ground level video of the hovercraft rescues on the big screen. This is a live picture that we've got on the air of the hovercraft back in the water. But on the main screen earlier this morning, we had someone pulled out of that car in the floodwater by the hovercraft. And remember, this is about 9 inches of rain, and we've been able to look at the closest rain gauge near Saxe, Texas, that came in the overnight period. This is a creek that jumped 25 feet in just a short period of time. These people were trapped in a situation they could not get out of, and they were relying on the rescue teams to get there. The Wiley Rescue Force got out there with a hovercraft. They have some kayaks out there. They also have helicopters. KTVT has been giving us the helicopter view as well of all of that. So you're looking at one successful rescue. We still have an officer in a car, we believe at this time, that those rescue crews are trying to get to. Let's talk to Neha Curtis this morning. If you were with us right before we went to break, Neha was telling her story. She's a TV anchor for a morning show in Dallas about how she got trapped in water.
Became part of the story.
Right, exactly. So Neha, you're in a Mini Cooper, right?
I was in a Mini Cooper. I know it's the worst car you would think of ever even thinking of going through these floodwaters. But, you know, as TV reporters and news anchors, we always tell people, turn around, don't drown, you know, and we're aware of it. But it was the first time I've covered hurricanes. I've been in tropical storms. This was the first time in my life I had never imagined this situation. My car simply shut off, and I couldn't go any further. I couldn't reverse, and I just had to get out of the car because the water was coming into my car. Fortunately, I was only about a block away from the studio, so I ended up just, you know, wading waist deep in water all the way to the studio. And this happened to several of our crew members, and we were so short-staffed this morning because of the flash flooding. No one anticipated how bad this was going to turn out. And this is all across the Metroplex, and the traffic that we're seeing right now, I know people think that you can go out on these roads, but it's just not a good idea, because once you're out on the road, sometimes you just can't get off.
Yeah.
And you're going to get stuck in a flooded area.
Yeah, and listen to Neha Curtis. She knows the area well and got stuck herself. Neha, just before we leave you, I just want to know, because hundreds of people went through this with you, Dallas EMA saying more than 200 requests for help because water-related overnight. What did that feel like to you when you're watching the water? How do you get your brain to connect to get yourself out of the car? Walk us through that.
It was panic because I was on the phone with my producer, and she was telling me, hey, I think you're going to have some issues, and I told her I might be able to get around it, and then the second you make a turn, there's no getting around it. You can't move forward, you can't move back, and when you're seeing the water rush in, I was terrified.
Yeah.
And just had to get out. It was an emergency.
All right, Neha Curtis, so we're glad you're okay, and thank you for taking a little time to talk to us this morning about what a lot of people have encountered in Dallas, the high water this morning. Hey, Jim, I know you're watching stuff happening right now as we were talking to them.
Absolutely, kind of keeping an eye certainly on that hovercraft as well. And we haven't seen Rowlett Creek go down, and here's why. It's sitting at 38.9, and you can see how quickly it came up. So it's at 31.25 now, Brandon. Did they change the crest? All right, so it's already over the forecast crest, Sam. It's at 31.25 now, so it's come up quite a bit, and you can see we're waiting for somebody to get to those police officers if we're showing the picture at the bottom of the screen. So now we're at 31.25 and continuing to rise and through here. This is the second highest crest, by the way, or level, I should say, because it's not crested yet, that we've seen this Rowlett Creek at Saxe since records have began. Now, the forecast today calls for a little bit of a break for Dallas. Once this all precipitation gets through East Texas, we've stabilized the air a little bit here, and we'll focus more again on West Texas again. But remember, yesterday, Lubbock flooded, Lawton, Oklahoma flooded. So it's not like just because Dallas gets out of it, nobody else has a chance to flood. I told you we have, through Saturday into Sunday morning, and once we get out of that, then the pattern changes. And I guess the silver lining here is areas that have gotten recent drought lately, like the Carolinas, like Kentucky, Tennessee, Southern Apps, the Northeast, which, by the way, Boston may be dealing with their driest May on record, have a chance at getting precipitation with this pattern. So cross your fingers. Dallas wins because they get out of the rain. Northeast wins because they get into the rain potential. All right, we have a almost hurricane here in Andres. Water vapor showing what's going on here. You can see the jet off to the north. We are essentially sitting underneath the subtropical ridge here. So that's going to take this off toward the west as it develops into a hurricane. Andres would not be a problem to us. We need to keep an eye on this new area to watch, though, which will be south of Acapulco. It could develop. And also, we need to keep an eye now on this area here because the models are trying to develop something here as we get toward the middle of next week. And that would be right on schedule for a June start to an Atlantic hurricane season. We'll be right back.
There's a more enjoyable way to get your fiber. Try Philips Fiber Good Gummies Plus Energy Support. It's a new fiber supplement that helps support regularity and includes B vitamins to help convert food to energy.
These are good. Nice work, Philips.
The tasty side of fiber from Philips.
When you do business everywhere, the challenges of keeping everyone working together can quickly become the only thing you think about. That's where AT&T can help. With the tools and the network you need to make working as one easier than ever, virtually anywhere. Leaving you free to focus on what matters most. Subito.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover. Ooh. Bigger, more powerful, and ready for action.
Are you still getting heartburn flare-ups? Time for a new routine. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the latest choice for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
14 clubs. That's what they tell us a legal golf bag can hold. And while that leaves a little room for balls and tees, it doesn't leave room for much else. There's no room left for deadlines or conference calls. Not a single pocket to hold the stress of the day or the to-do list of tomorrow. Only 14 clubs. Pick out the right one and drive it right down the middle. Of Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
How should you invest your money? Whether you've got millions or are just starting out, Wealthfront is the best way to invest your money. Wealthfront makes it easy for anyone to get access to world-class long-term investment management. Signing up online takes just minutes. And best of all, it's really low cost. Wealthfront, the best way to invest your money. Go to wealthfront.com to get your free personalized investment portfolio.
Fat Guys in the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, morning thunderstorms. High 85. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 75. Saturday, partly cloudy. High 86. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.